What's going on, people? So this will be the 4,000 miles Fliteboard review. However, I don't have 4,000 miles on the board right now. I have exactly 3,859 miles on my board, and I'm on a road trip right now from Boston all the way down to Florida. I'm actually right now passing through North Carolina. So I'm doing this trip for three reasons. One, to get out of a cold weather in Boston. Two, to clock my 4,000 miles plus with this weekend by the end of the year. And a little bit out of subject. I might be buying this year this thing right there. This thing's called Echo. It's by Winnebago. So on that note, I'm actually gonna spend 1 week inside of my car. I figure if I can stay 1 week on this tiny little car, which is a Q5, I'll be able to definitely have a lifestyle on that car, on the Echo, for 3 months out of the year. But anyhow, stay tuned. I'm gonna show you the reason why, especially the reason why I love Fliteboard, and why it was the best board out there. You guys who from Fliteboard, you guys have a Fliteboard, you know why this is such a great board. However, this video is more towards those who are thinking of buying a e-foil and they're not sure yet what they're gonna buy. So hold on to the end, because this trip is gonna be a sum down why I like Fliteboard so much. It's not only about the gear, the Fliteboard itself. It's about the experience that we get. And also, I'm gonna be meeting up with some people that I met, the Fliteboard community, online, on my vlogs and on Instagram. So I'm probably gonna hang out with them as well. So the video starts right now. Be patient, watch it, and I'll see you guys in the water. So just to let you know how this trip is already kind of messed up. 2 days of riding on my pro board, getting to know the area. Major mistake of mine. I ended up damaging my pro board, the green one. Completely my fault. I'm not gonna get into that right now. It's something for the future. This is about the 4,000 mile review on the board itself, on the gear. And with that, I also lost my footage. I lost the camera just like that. And my concern was, I drove all the way down from Boston to be here and have no board. So what I did, I called up Fliteboard and spoke to Nathan. And one of the things right off the bat that you gotta know about Fliteboard is the networking. If you run out of something, if you need something, boom, they get it right away. So I have to buy an earlier Christmas gift. So I bought a Ultra board. And when I was talking to Nathan, he goes like, "Rolando, don't worry, let me see what I can do." Boom, 24 hours, I had the board delivered to me. So right off the bat, talking about Fliteboard, and not only this great, amazing equipment that it is, they are concerned about you being in water. They do the best they can to get you in the water right there, you're not wasting one day. All the people from Fliteboard, Nathan, Rudy, Glenn, they all want to make sure that you're in the water right away, not wasting time. With that, let me put this in water and finish this review.
So once I had my new Ultra board in my hand, I called Chase. Chase lives in St. Petersburg, and I met him on YouTube. He contacted me once on YouTube asking questions about a Fliteboard and what he should be getting and so forth. And based on our conversation and the experience that he knows as a being athletic guy, I recommended him to get the Pro board with the 800 flyer and the 290s stab, which he did very well. And that's the cool thing about Fliteboard. I mean, I met so many people online that ask questions about the brand itself, and they're all very cool people. And this is actually the first day that we ride together. This particular day, I was actually trying out my Ultra board on this racer setup, and we were trying his board with the 800 flyer and the 245 stab. And I made a whole review about this, which is coming up pretty soon. I'm adding the tape, and you'll be seeing that tape pretty soon as well. So not only was clocking my 4,000 miles, I was also trying new board setups. Next day I went for my solo ride, and I do enjoy riding during the sunset. It's a very calming, soothing things I like to do. However, here in the East Coast, you don't have sunsets behind the ocean. Now, on the West Coast of Florida, of course, you're gonna get sunsets like this, which goes right behind the ocean. And man, let me tell you, was a classy day and perfect therapeutic for me. Can't complain. Following day I went down south, which I can't remember the name of the beach right now, and there I encountered red tide. Red tide is basically a algae or bacteria that accumulates in the water, which makes you cough and makes you a little bit itchy. I had no idea, so I ended up getting a little bit uncomfortable. However, after I washed myself off, everything was fine. Now, living and learning, man. Hey, it is what it is. My final day, the wind picked up a little bit. We had some choppy water, and I ended up doing downwind e-foil. Believe me or not, as stupid as it sounds, there is such a thing, and I had a blast. I made a whole video about that, and I'll be posting that pretty soon. Now, here I am taking a little wipe out as usual, and finally clocking my 4,000 miles.
All right, guys, finally I'm done with my trip. I'm heading back to Boston right now, just in time. It's starting to rain, and I clocked my 4,000 miles. It's a nice way for me to end the year. I had in my mind that I had to do my 4,000 miles before the end of the year. I was waiting for me to have closure. It's the bodybuilding in me. It's OCD, obsessive compulsive discipline. But anyhow, to start with, right at the beginning of the video, I told you about that I had an incident on my green board, on my pro board. 2 days riding on my board, I had a very bad accident, which was all my fault, and I'm gonna get into that later. I'm gonna make another video about that, which damaged my board permanently, and I'm gonna get to that later. And with that, I lost all my footage because I lost my camera on that particular incident. And the reason why I'm telling you this, because I'm gonna mention right now one of the great reasons why I love Fliteboard now. And this especially for those who are getting to the sport of e-foiling. If you understand why you should be getting Fliteboard, and here's one of the first reasons right away. And once again, I don't work on Fliteboard, guys. Understand that on my first 1,000 review is the first complaint that I made. Other than being a great product, Fliteboard back then on my 1,000 mile review, I have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 mile review. This is the 4,000 mile right now. Anyhow, on my 1,000 mile review, I complained about the network. It was hard to get a hold of someone if you have a question, so forth. Which is now its best quality now. It completely changed in a matter of 1 year and 4 months. The network right now that Fliteboard offers is insane. There are brands out there, guys. If you need something, it's gonna take 4 days. I do wing foiling, and Dual Tone is a very good brand for wing foils and so forth. It took me 3 days to get a valve for my foil, for my wing foil. 3 days to get one piece of thing this way. So when I broke my board, I wasn't going to stay in Florida without riding, so I called Fliteboard and spoke to Nathan. Nathan, what a dude, you know. They go beyond to get you in the water. Nathan, Rudy, Glenn, they're all riders themselves, so they know the importance, how valuable it is for us to stay in the water. So I explained the situation. Dude, I'm here in Florida, I need a board, I have to give myself an early Christmas gift, so I bought an Ultra. Nathan hung up the phone and said, "Hold on, I'll call in 5 minutes." Within 5 minutes, he called me and said, "Hold on, I got a board in California, I can ship to you in 24 hours, you're gonna have the board there." Because there was no boards in Ultra board. There was plenty of pro boards in Florida, but no Ultras. I want to upgrade for the Ultra board. And Nathan was like, boom, it's there in 24 hours, and I had my board. So it's a big change, guys. They don't understand how, for who's anxious to get in the water, they're there with you. They want to make sure that you're gonna be in the water. The infrastructure of Fliteboard, it's everywhere now, and they don't hesitate and get you in the water right away. So that's the first plus right there. 2, now let's talk about the 4,000 miles, guys. This is not 4,000 miles. Oh, we're gonna ride it right now, we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna stop on the beach, chat with everybody, and gonna get on my board again. Or surfing, nothing against surfing. When you turn on the motor and then let go the trigger and the True Glide propeller spins and the motor stops. No, this was 4,000 miles of cranking. That's how I ride. I get on and I don't stop until I waste my battery. Then I get my other battery on and go right away. I do 2 sessions, one after another, on that motor, going at level 10, 12, non-stop. And I'm so surprised how never, ever had a problem. Now, let's talk about this. If you buy a car, they give warranty in the engine and the motor and transmission, so forth. Of course, the body is not warranty, which happened to my board. I mean, if you crash a car, that's on you, which I crashed the board so many times. And that thing, man, I'm gonna show you how that board looks like. It is just banged beyond belief. But that thing survived. What amazes me is everything else. The mast, the motor, the gears, the electronics, the Bluetooth never fell on me. I ran that mast against rocks, beach, sand dunes, and that thing never broke. The impact that I have of shattering the wing, you have seen videos that I have of repairing my wing, which is completely destroyed, and that thing never broke, not even like bending or making a noise. That thing is bulletproof. Guys, I have a saying, I believe in the United States, that you get what you pay for. And I make that board suffer under my hand in so many ways. And as I say, it's 4,000 miles of running, one battery non-stop from level 10 to 12 for 50 minutes, going on, change the battery, the motor's not even cold, put another battery in and cranking again for another 40, 50 minutes non-stop. That's how I ride. And that thing survived what I have put it through for 4,000 miles. I'm just stoked with this product. Now, I just don't know how they can get such a good thing to not fail. And my concern is because sometimes I go 4 miles, 5 miles out in the ocean, what I don't recommend people to do. And my fear was always for something to happen and that thing stopped working on me, which it never did. I ran through problems, I broke wings, but I always made back to shore. And guys, right there, it goes to show that we have a bulletproof product. And I'm amazed. Once again, guys, I'm not paid by Fliteboard. It's a lot of money that I put into that, but it's worth every single penny. And the network, as I said to you guys before, is incredible. Now, one thing to take in consideration too, especially for those who don't know what this is yet, right? And I'm sorry for dragging this. Yes, it is exciting sport. It is exciting. This is just me on a personal note, so I can share the relationship I have with Fliteboard, with my board. Yes, it can be exciting. It can be thrilling. It can be scary sometimes. But the amount of joy that I get from riding my board is beyond belief. Listen, just make a long story short, I come from a background of doing bodybuilding for 20 years, professionally competing on the world of natural bodybuilding for 20 years, taking second place in the world in 2012. And it is a grinding sport, not only physically, but mentally. And I knew, I'm 53 now, I knew by my 50s I had to get out because it wasn't being enjoyed anymore. My body wasn't responding the same way. So I had to get out. But my concern wasn't physically, it was mentally. My major concern was getting out of a sport that I was so passionate about and become this depressed dude, because I've seen people, not only from sports or bodybuilding or not, but people who had a very successful career and then they retired and became this very depressed person because they didn't have anything to do. And that's what I try to explain about Fliteboard. It's therapeutic for me, and I'm very passionate about it because dude, I can't get emotional, but it saved my mental state. I still keep myself physically active, but I knew that from coming out of that sport for 20 years that I grinded so bad for so long, I knew that my head wasn't going to be in a good spot. I knew I was going to be depressed. But man, every time that I step on that board, it's therapy. It's therapeutic. It's serenity. is freedom. For you to understand it, you have to experience it. And you guys who ride your board, you know what I'm talking about. And for me, I always gotta say thank you, Fliteboard. Thank you, David Truman, for making such a great product. I am forever grateful and forever customer, because this thing is a testimony of what my life is all about. It's about being cool with myself, keep myself active, but keep myself not only healthy physically, but mentally. Anyhow, this is it. This is my review for you guys. Great way to end the year 2022, 4,000 miles. All of you guys from Australia and New Zealand, I know the summer is up. I know these guys gonna catch up. It's all good. I'll see you guys in spring. And please stay tuned, because I got 2 more reviews to make on Ultra, on this race wing setup. And also I tap into something called downwinding, which is we usually do a wing foil, but there is such a thing of downwinding with an e-foil. It's kind of odd, but it's great. But keep tuned to see that. Guys, thank you so much for your time again. Have a great new year. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your end of the year, and be safe in the water. Thank you guys so much again. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.